welcome back to the channel. Today I'm really excited. Those who are new to my channel, probably my favorite band of all time is JETHRO Tull, and I done my top 10 albums list. I'll put the link somewhere up here if you're interested to see that. Yeah, I've not been doing like JETHRO Tull reactions. I'm really familiar with their music, so that wouldn't be like a reaction or an honest one at least. And but I'm really interested always when someone does a cover song from some of my favorite bands. It's always interesting to see, and JETHRO Tull being one of the, I'd say it's a really hard band to do a cover song. You can this one is the Old Grey Mouse project. Actually, this one was just released in April, and I noticed that they have done a few other covers from Tull, and but I haven't really listened to them yet. But I have noticed there being some they are being shared in the Facebook in JETHRO Tull fan pages, and actually that's the place where I found this, and yeah, the song is Locomotive Breath, which is actually one of their best rock songs, played almost every concert. And yeah, as I was saying, a hard band to do a cover song, and if I believe this is actually not a cover band but a tribute band. So and if I read correctly and understand correctly, that people involved in this project are from all over the world. I don't know if they have ever even met in person, so it makes it even more interesting. And yeah, hard band to cover. I don't know how they managed to do, or yeah. Well, enough said, enough talk. Let's just watch the video and hopefully enjoy the music. The Old Grey project and Locomotive Breath. Let's go. Yeah. Actually, I said in the beginning, if I were to be sometimes like fans, like in this case myself, I could just say that that wasn't right, and there was this and that and those kinds of things. But I actually love when bands, like in the beginning I said this being a tribute, and but I think this is more of a a cover. They actually like sound wise and it was totally different from the original. There was some original parts added to it. It wasn't just a locomotive breath. This was actually like in the end there was parts of like another songs as well. This was like something taken from like a JETHRO TULL live act kind of way. Solos were different, all that kind of a thing. And like in my opinion, I've said this before, but in case you're new to the channel, I say it again. Like a cover song is it's good when you add something on to it, sound wise, like just add something of your own to it. So it's no, like there's no point trying to do the original one again, in my opinion, and you can't do that in the way that it is like a success. And in that way I think they did a really great job. And tribute is something that tries to be as much as the original. That's the difference in my opinion. And I read somewhere that they're being a tribute, but I think this is more of a cover for those reasons I just told you. And in some parts like it's really impressive how they did this. Or I don't even know how they did this, but not being being in from a different kind of world, different parts of world. Everyone recording their part in their home. I think this was these are recorded during the COVID crisis or epidemic, and that's the beauty of technology. You can do those kinds of things, and even film a video around it. That's awesome. But in some parts, I don't know how is it like I said, this is JETHRO TULL is really hard. It was in some ways very much like the original, but it's really hard like to cover JETHRO TULL, being that Ian Anderson has a really like personal voice, very personal style of playing the flute, playing anything or perform anything, same as Martin Barr, or depend in what era of JETHRO TULL we are talking about, because there has been so many members in the band. But if we talk about like the in my opinion the best like from 70s to let's say mid 90s, well, there has been anyways with Barr and on the guitar and all that, very hard to like imitate the style they are playing. I think that being said, I think in that area they did like okay job, but I don't know, was it because of the mix in the song that in some parts I thought that there is something wrong with the timing. I don't know, I might be wrong. It could be in the mix, cause I would think that they are using clicks and all that, being professionals as they are, but in some parts, like drums were in the mix were quite high, or high level, and actually the sounds were like too good for this song. Like like in the era where the original was recorded and all that. I don't think in many songs, not only Jethro Tull songs, but when you're doing like covers in like modern technology, it really doesn't have the feel and the soul of that era when like older songs were recorded. That's actually a huge problem nowadays, because everything sounds how could I put this in words? It's like the technology is it's a blessing and it's a curse in the way that it makes if you watch like movies and you see this CGI blood, for example, nowadays in a lot of movies, but it doesn't like when in the 80s, for example, they used practical effects, and it's kind of the same thing within the music, that it's your brain can tell that like the CGI isn't real, and it doesn't like have the same kind of a feel like when using practical effects. You can see that it is real, so your brain like believes it. When it's CGI, your brain doesn't believe it. That's the problem with technology in movies, and that's the same kind of a thing in music, in my opinion. Like it's too clear. It doesn't like sound real. Like the drums, for example, in this one sounds when you're sitting in the same room with the drums, if you know what I mean. I think that is in modern music that is a huge problem, but it just could be this generation thing as well. Like well, yeah, I don't think that the younger people think about these things in general. It's a era thing. But yeah, it's a it's a long video once again, but things that just popped into my head. But really awesome that like the blessing thing that they could do these kinds of things. I'm interested to hear more of the, and I will check out more of this project, and it's always nice that someone brings out the Jethro Tull like to the wider audiences. Like nowadays generations are going in music-wise are going to the pop and rap and all that kind of a thing, and let's not forget that there is awesome progressive rock and folk rock and all that kind of a thing in the past. Let's live in the past, music-wise. And yeah, and the flute. Yeah, I didn't talk about the flute. At first, I thought that there is not going to be a flute in this song. but I was pleasantly surprised that actually there was. And the flute playing was actually quite good. And again, in the mix it was kind of on the background in a few parts. I would, when talking about JETHRO Tull, it should be above all instruments, especially in the solo parts. But I think, sorry, I don't know his name, but the singer performed quite nicely with the flute, close to the original. But then again said, Ian's style of playing, especially at the time when he was playing with like wrong way, and he has this thing in his, I believe in his pinky that forced him to play like different. And that's where he gets his like this original style of playing. And yeah, hard thing to imitate, and but that's the thing, you don't have to do that. Yeah, but if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and I will do more of this. Let's talk more JETHRO Tull, hopefully in the next one, if you're interested to hear this kind of what I have to say about the band. Like I said, I'm a huge fan, one of my favorite bands of all time, with many different reasons why. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hope to see all of you here tomorrow or in the next one. And yeah, thanks for watching, and over and out.